Hey everybody, I know it's been a very long time. I think the last time I made a YouTube video was probably about a year ago. And I remember in that video, I talked about how I was going to focus on doing YouTube and being more consistent with it. So obviously that didn't pan out exactly like I wanted it to, but hopefully this year I'll be able to focus and get good practice in on actually filming. Because I think that was my struggle. Like I just didn't like filming and I wasn't good at it. So I just didn't want to do it. But of course, everything takes like practice and I just need to sit down and actually do that. So hopefully this year I've figured out a way to make it less painful for me and I'm able to create more content for you guys to see. Starting with this fun little video about the sketchbook that took me 5 years. And I'm not joking, this sketchbook did take me 5 years. I think I have the first page dated, or maybe I don't. Maybe I don't have it dated. But just trust me on this. This took 5 whole years to get this sketchbook done. And I thought it would be a good video to talk about art block and struggling as an artist with your own art, and that happens in any stage really of your career. So yeah, I wanted to take this video to go over this entire sketchbook because throughout the 5 years that it took me to make this, I barely did any traditional work. Like the only traditional work that I really did is in this book, but I did a ton of work digitally. Like I did probably the most amount of work I've ever done in those 5 years digitally. So it's not like I didn't do anything and I wasn't struggling through it completely. I'd done a lot of things that I really, really like in that time period. It was just traditional art was just not it. I couldn't sit down and enjoy it the way that I used to, because I used to go through sketchbooks. I would get done in like a year or less than a year, a whole entire sketchbook. So it's weird to know that it took me this long to do this and that I was really, really struggling with traditional medium and my art at that time. And I think it's important to have a sketchbook, even if you're digital, because I don't want to go out and say that, digital art isn't art, because it is. I was totally creating a whole bunch of stuff then, and it's completely valid. But I think I missed out on a lot of progress and or improvement in my art because I couldn't sit myself down to do traditional. And I think it had a lot to do with me fighting myself on a lot of things, or giving myself too much time in between working on, sketches. And then, I wouldn't be used to using a pencil or marker or anything because I gave myself too much time in between. I think I didn't really push myself to do stuff in my sketchbook enough. I wish, looking back, that I sat there and I was like, no, you're going to have to, sketch once a day. And if it's going to be shitty, it's going to be shitty. That's fine. But for some reason, I don't know, like every time I would draw something really bad in this book, and trust me on this, there are so many bad things in this book, it's almost feels a little bit embarrassing to share it with all you guys because there's so many, like, I don't know, there's just a lot of bad stuff. There are good things in here, but it's a majority of the stuff I'm not proud of. It's just like, I think I would get so upset with drawing something that I didn't like, and I thought I could do way better digitally. So I would then go and work digitally where I felt more comfortable and I was able to do something that my mind like pictured was the end result. And then in here, I couldn't get what I saw in my head onto paper. Like I was, there was some disconnect. So after I would draw something, I would just get so frustrated. I'd just like put it down, and then it would be months later and I'd pick it back up and I would try again, and then something would upset me and then I would put it down and then I'd try again. And that's kind of why it took me so long. But I thought this would be a good video to talk kind of about art block and struggling, with your art, and also the importance of having a sketchbook, even if it's not fun sometimes, because there's a lot of points in this book where I wasn't having a good time. I wasn't. But I think it's important to talk about that as artists. So this video might be a little bit negative, but don't worry. Like I can separate this and look at it in a way of, learning and growing and bettering myself as an artist. I know I'm good at art. It's just, sometimes I'm not, and that's okay. And so I don't want you guys to think that it's super negative and I hate all my artwork and stuff like that. It's just this book I really struggle through, but I'm out of it. Like, I finally finished this one. I feel so much more confident in my artwork now, and I'm doing a bunch of stuff traditionally more than ever. And I've started a new sketchbook, and I've really enjoyed creating traditional work. So I've gotten out of that slump, which I'm super happy about. So this is just looking at the past, and I'm going to be a little disappointed in myself flipping through this, but I've learned a lot from this past. Okay, we've added glasses, we've changed where we are. Now you can kind of see what's going on. Let me make sure. I apologize for the amount of dog hair or how gross this table looks. It's our kitchen table. It's the best lighting here, so I apologize. I'm so sorry, but just struggle with me for a little bit. I wanted to show you the covers. I have a lot of stickers on here from a lot of different people. I even have some of mine, Sugar Bones, Gigi Draws. I'll add a list of all the artists that I have stickers for in the comments down below, so you can go give them a follow and buy these if you would like. I love putting stickers on my sketchbook. That's how you know I'm using it at that time, is because I put stickers on it. Okay, so let's just dive right in. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so this is the first page. I can't remember when I worked on this page. I think this is probably 2018, 2017, maybe. A long time ago. I actually did this drawing for Patreon when I first started it. I can't remember if I did it for Patreon or I did it for one of the first patrons' Patreon months. I really enjoyed this color combination of this like nice lavender and kind of pinky red. I was doing studies on this side. Let's see. Also, this is right after, as you can see, I was still using the same color scheme, experimenting with a whole bunch of different eyes and working on this creature like an angel thing made of wax. So I really like this one. I don't know if I like anything on this page, but I really like this idea. I would like to explore it more in the future, maybe. Then this is where we start to lose it. This is where things going south real fast. I don't like any of these sketches. I think I was just doodling and I didn't like where it was going. And then this one, it's all right. It's just all right. I was losing it. I was losing hope around this point. Then I started just not doing traditional, and you can like tell from the pages that like, I don't know, like I was just putting less love or effort, and I wouldn't like fill up the whole page. So like there was just this one drawing and I was like, God, I hate it. And then I'd move on. And you can see there's so many things that I erased. And usually I don't erase anything. So that's another sign that you know that I was just like sick of it. I like didn't want to work traditionally anymore at all. So I hate both of these. Still hate them. This is a drawing from Gigi Draws. She drew in this, and I still love that drawing so much. So it's online forever now, Gigi. So this is, you can see all the pages I've torn out, which again tells you how much I was just struggling in this book. But this one's from May 2022, so that's the difference between all these to these, is I stopped sketching and I didn't pick this up until 2022. So I'm guessing these drawings were done in 2018, because that would make a little bit more sense and give it like 2 years and pick it back up. And this is when I was doing Patreon like a lot. So I was like, okay, so let's just use this sketchbook to come up with ideas for Patreon. So this, I had a month that was just pirates, so I was sketching up some pirate ideas. Still really like this one. This was actually a color test for the sketch down here, so I just put like a more transparent marker paper and then I colored it and inked it. And I really like the sketch. This actually has a digital version. And I'm kind of upset that I didn't add There's like supposed to be a little mouse right here sitting on the sword. And I kind of wish I added that because it's pretty adorable. But I do like all these tiny little mice. So I do like this one. This was a fun little test. So I have the digital version of that I can add on screen. Here's another group of sketch. I actually turned this one into another one that I will also put on screen now. And I really like the sketch. I like this one too, but I think this one I was vibing with this one more. So I like this idea and I liked what it turned into as well. And we're going to some paleontologist girls. And, you know, history will say that they were just best friends, but we all know the truth. I really enjoyed working on these girls. I really liked them. I don't know if I'd ever do anything with them again. I don't know, but I vibe with them. I like these girls. You know, you see, I said that I was gonna hate everything in this sketchbook, and now looking back at it, I'm like, okay, these aren't the worst. There are some bad ones in here, don't get me wrong, but these are definitely not the worst. I really enjoyed working on these ones. Another page that I really liked, I did all these little devil girls, and then I was also, Tanner was playing Elden Ring, and I had to draw the giant lobster things that he was dealing with in Elden Ring. And he has a little torrent right there saying, get good, because just funny gamer lingo, you know? This was a traditional piece, because usually on Patreon, I send out a small, like, traditional piece to a certain tier on Patreon. And I did this one and I really liked it, but I smudged the gold everywhere and I didn't want to send that out, but I still really liked her. So I put her in this book. This is another one that you know what? I don't really like this one that much. I couldn't tell you why. There's something about her face that I just dislike, but the raptor's cute. This was another page of me just experimenting with scribbles. Like, a lot of these actually turned into digital illustrations, especially the Morgan right here. She turned into one. I'll add it, and so did Pele. So I was doing a whole bunch of different goddesses, and I was just sketching some ideas on here and just doodling, and then I would transfer them to digital and finish them digitally. So that's what I use my sketchbook for a lot, is just ideas and scribbling things on paper, and then I transfer it to something that I can really like poke and prod at and change a lot with digital. So a lot of my sketchbooks still have stuff like this, pages like this in it. So this is another page that I really, really liked. I went back to this color palette with this one, and I had a great time. I turned both of these into digital illustrations. This one's probably one of my most popular ones. I really like that one. I still kind of like the sketch a lot. I think that happens a lot where I really like the sketch. I mean, I like the digital one, but there's just something special about the sketch. Like, it was the first idea, and it was just like, I don't know, the beginning stages, and there's something special about that. Then otherwise, just doodles on this side. I used to work a lot in ink way back when, so I took up an ink brush pen again, and I was trying to use that and, you know, get used to it again. I don't think I'm used to it again. There's some pages in here where I tried doing the same thing and it just didn't work out. Another page, it's all right. I really like these little fish guys. I think they're fun. This was me trying out the brush pen again. And then I have this that's the same color palette. She's cute. Not my favorite though. Didn't feel connected to the sketch, but it's all right. Then we have this one. This is a Quetzalcoatl. Yes, I think it is. The dinosaur. Yes, yes. I had fun working on this one, but it's not like a great sketch. And then I enjoyed doing this one. There's a lot wrong with her, but I still like her, and I might do something with her in the future. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. And then I had fun just drawing like leaves and stuff in the background. This is another one where I went with a totally different way of drawing. Like, I was I don't know, like this was okay, but I was like, what if I really got in with the pencil and did some shading and erasing to pick up highlights and stuff. I haven't done that in a long time, and it's not my favorite way to create art. I will say that I don't like it. It's a fine drawing, it's just not my favorite way of doing traditional art, but I had a good time, learned a lot. These are 2 other drawings covering up a really hideous drawing that no one will ever see because I taped these in real good. These were supposed to go out as like little mini originals to patrons, but I didn't like these ones enough to go out, and I think I messed up this one somehow, so I just taped them in here. Another, I was trying to do like an 80s look with dinosaurs. Didn't work out. Don't like this one at all. This one's all right. This is another one. As you can tell, like the pages get emptier and emptier when I get more and more over drawing. I'm like, I just need to fill up a page. And after something sucks, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna move on to the next page. I don't want to look at it anymore. I have this page, which was fun. I was doing these, I had a tiny little like square sketchbook with me at a convention, and I was drawing little dinosaurs. So I had fun. Like I really enjoyed drawing cute little dinosaurs. So I did these 2. I added like a little rat, and then I was testing a white marker. Same thing with this page, another little sketch. I really like this one. I think these are some of my favorite drawings in the sketchbook, really. And then more raptor studies. And then this was another mini original that was going to go out, but it was too long and I couldn't fit it in the little envelopes that I usually sent it out. So I just kept it and covered another ugly drawing in here, because that's what I do when I really, really hate something. I draw something else and tape something over it. But I did like this hand. I left the hand. Whatever this is bad, but the hand, 10 out of 10. I also really like this drawing. It's got a few things wrong with it, but I enjoyed it. Okay, now we're getting into random. Now we're getting into just scribble stuff, you know, where I was really forcing myself to sketch even when I had no idea what I was going to sketch. So I had to do more taking notes of Patreon themes, coming up with some ideas for that. I think I turned this into a sticker on the sticker sheet. Sketching portraits and then drawing a lot of teeth, because I like drawing teeth. I think teeth are very interesting little things. You see a lot of them in my artwork continuing on after this. And then I was drawing a little doll girl. Bloody noses, another thing that I seem to draw all the time. A little mouth, just, you know, just drawing things to draw, which is fun. And I think that's important in a sketchbook. I have no problem with this page. Do I like any of these drawings? No. But I don't have a problem with this page. I think it's a good sketchbook page. Okay, next. I really like this page. You remember when I said how much I hated the sketchbook, and yet I'm pointing at all the sketches that I actually enjoyed? I really enjoyed these 2. And I like her too. So I think these 3 are fun. I actually made this into a digital sketch. I drew this little wolf guy and talked about whatever brush pen that was that I got. I just like it. It was fun. These are fun little sketches. This page, but I was doing my best to just fill space. So to really like not just give up after I didn't like something. So I started doing a lot more plant studies. I did all these buns, which are really cute. I don't like this dog at all. This is okay. This is not okay. But these buns are really cute. I think that's, I don't know, that one's a pretty good bun. I think that's a good bun too. So if anything, these bunnies saved this page. Okay. This is where it gets bad, guys. I hate this page so much. I was working with a certain type of fountain pen and I was testing it out. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't get it. I didn't like that fountain pen. It's not good. This doesn't look good. I don't like the kind of warm brownish tone of this marker that I used with it. Just not good. This wasn't even like a study from life, which I should have done. I like wanted to pretend that it was a study from life and just drew it from my brain. Bad idea. Just find a picture. Ashley, just find a picture and do a study from life, or go outdoors. But I didn't. And now it's off. It's bad. I don't like this one. I did make these into stickers on my sticker sheet. Okay, now we're getting into some other ideas. This is for one of the tarot cards that I did. I really had fun sketching her. I still even like just this sketch. I think it's really fun. And then I was drawing some tooth fairies, as you can tell, back to the teeth thing. We love a good tooth fairy teeth thing. And I really like her. We're gonna ignore whatever the hell this is. But I really like her. I don't like her. She's fun though. I like her hair. It's very much what my hair is now, which is funny because I didn't have this hair when I drew her, but I like her a lot. She's fun. She's cute. I like this page. Fun, cute. I like the color palette. I like the little dragon girls. I did some actual studies. I know, I never do those. I need to do more. I was gonna do another Medusa girl, but then I got sick of drawing snakes. So I just stopped drawing those altogether. I don't know what that is, but it's something. Another page that's just absolute crap. Guys, I hate this page. Everything about this page, except her. If I had to find something good in this page, it'd be her. She's cute. I like her. Everything else, do I know how to draw? Because this isn't really proving it. These are just really bad little doodle things of snakes and a lizard. LOL. You can see I even gave up mid drawing this. Because I always put like a little LOL if I hate what I'm doing. Dogs, kind of. This isn't a dog. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of a dog. This eye's okay. This isn't. This isn't. I don't know what that is. Just a lot of junk on this page. And I gotta remember that's okay. That's what sketchbooks are. They're gonna have pages that I just can't stand to look at. And this is one of them. This is one where I'm like, man, if I'm gonna do a flip through, maybe I should just tape the page so we don't even look at it. Okay, so this one's all right. I did a little shark girl, another little mermaid thing, and then I was drawing different lizards that are okay. I was really enjoying using a different pen for the line art. So this page is okay. I like this shark girl. I wish I did more with that shark girl, I think. This is just one of those pages where I'm like, I'm over it. I messed up a bunch on this one and I hate it anyways. This is okay, still kind of hate it. This was me testing out a stamp and then maybe starting something, and I just gave up on it. This was another year of me really sitting down and trying. Like a lot of these pages I'm happy with, definitely me pushing myself. And I'm gonna have to pause because I just flipped through a page and I realized there's gonna be nips. So I'm gonna have to cover those nips for the YouTubes. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Nips have been covered. YouTube, don't get mad at me, please. Anyways, let's go on to this page with this wonderful censor bar. This is August 2024, so this was another 2 years afterwards. And I finally was like, you know what, just sit down and start actually drawing stuff. Fun unicorn. I was also really enjoying colored pencils. So for this one, I used mostly colored pencils because I really like the chunkiness and the feel of colored pencil over pencil. It's got more of a waxier feel, so I enjoyed working with that for a while. I did a fun little heartbeat thing. I can't explain any of these, but I really enjoyed working on those teeth. I like this page a lot. I think it's fun. This is another page. I don't like that, but it was an idea nonetheless. We got some cute little buns. And then we have ideas for the Fresno Nightcrawler. So I did a whole series on cryptids, but I made them pinups, and I was coming up with ideas for the Fresno Nightcrawler. So I went with this one, but these were a lot of fun. This was another one. Sketching, I can't remember her name. Dang it. You guys know though. I was doing like a color study of her. And then this is like end of 2024, because I did this like around Christmas. I remember doing this. I had a lot of fun with her. She's cute. Really enjoyed adding like the leaves and stuff. Another sketch right after that. Enjoyed it. This is horrible. I hate this. Bad. Bad. Dislike. It's Ripley though, but it's bad. So we'll move on. This was then after that when I don't know what happened, but it's just, you know, you just get hit in the face with creativity and you get hit in the face with some artistic prowess somehow that's been buried deep inside of you, and it just shows up. And that's what happened on this page. I don't know what happened. I got colored pencils and suddenly I was like, oh, I know how to use these. Never really, I mean, I don't remember the last time I used colored pencils, but I was like, oh yeah, I got this under control. I love this page. This is a really fun page. I love this sketch. I love this sketch. I love this little lizard. Everything about it. I had so much fun working with colored pencil on this paper too, because it's got such a good feel. It's so smooth, so it blends really well. So yeah, I have nothing but nice things to say about this page. And of course, it's like one of the last pages. Anyways, next, lizards. To no one's surprise, monitor lizards. I love this page. I had a lot of fun just doodling monitor lizards. And I actually like enjoyed this sketching. There was like no pressure. I was just like, cool, I'm just gonna look up monitor pictures and I'm gonna draw that. That's great. Why don't I keep doing that? Why don't I do that for sketchbooks? That's what it was. I don't know why I just didn't do this in the beginning and I wasn't doing this. Just get photos of things that you enjoy and just draw those. That's what a sketchbook's for you to do studies, for you to, you know, do little fun scribbles, to experiment and explore. I don't know why I wasn't doing that for 5 years, but it hit suddenly here. Actually, I think it was more here. It hit and I was like, oh yeah, that's what a sketchbook's for. I can actually, you know, do it. I don't know. More sketches. This is a sketch of one of my lizards. I just wanted to do some funky hairdo. This was another fun one where I used colored pastels and then I was using colored pencils on top of that. I enjoyed doing this, but I think I needed to do a study before jumping into this because I kind of just stopped. But I was using the same, you know, color as this because I really like this green, blue, and red combination. Demon Girl. Don't know why. And then this was actually one of the most recent things that I did in a separate thing, and I'm just never gonna finish it, which is okay, but I really like it. It was kind of a thing to go about with like understanding depression and stuff. That's why it's a little bit gory, but I really enjoyed this. I like this a lot, and you can see like the progression of me getting more confident with not only just drawing traditionally, but also color, because I really started to like colored pencil. And I think that's it. Welcome to the end of the video. I'm sorry if you see the blue glare of my camera screen in my glasses. But yeah, I appreciate this sketchbook. I learned a lot through it. I am excited to do more sketching and do more traditional stuff. And looking back at it with you guys and, you know, explaining everything, I think I realized I don't hate this book as much as I thought I did. There are so many things in this book that I still really like, and it's not that bad. I'm just very negative about it mostly because I have negative feelings for this time, because I was just frustrated that I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And I think that's why I'm so negative about this, just because I have bad feelings towards it. And I think I had this pressure that I really had to deconstruct, that sketchbooks had to be really pretty and each page had to be really good, and you know, I couldn't mess up in it. You mind? Somebody's asking for attention. But yeah, I think it's important that you make bad sketchbooks. And in the next video, I'm going to show you guys my scribble book, which I consider different than this. I don't know why, where it was completely no pressure. And I think that's what really helped me get back into sketching, was that scribble book. And not, excuse me. So in the next video, I'm going to go over my scribble book, which really helps me get over my like perfectionism with sketchbooks, because I named it differently. For some reason that helped. And also, yeah, I let myself really draw terrible things in there and be like, cool, I don't have to show anybody. Like, this can be my dirty little secret. So, but now I'm showing everybody because it was so helpful and it changed my perspective on how to do sketchbooks and everything. So hopefully in the future, I'll have a lot more sketchbooks that I can be a lot more positive about. I'm sorry if this was like too negative. I just thought it would be, you know, good for everybody to see, you know, when other artists are also struggling through art and sketchbook and art blocks and whatnot. I love you guys. Hopefully I'll make more videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Sorry if I'm shaking the table a lot. Sorry I took you around this whole table trying to avoid the light. I'm sure in the video when I'm editing it, I'm going to see like all the light change constantly. But anyways, I'm happy I made this, and I hope you guys get something out of it and liked it. And I'll see you guys in the next video when I talk about my scribble book.